side. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Just like that. Under 15. 10. Check.
Sony Michel, his first carry. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with some. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Go, Mike. Hey, let's come down. Hey, let's go. On 52. Come on, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch. Bring her, guys. Fight 51. Mike. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Delta. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Benjamin's got it. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Yellow.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Alert 3, alert 3. 80 weapon, 80 weapon.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
I'm coming for it. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 24, check 24. Greystone, Travis. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shoot. Rush in.
First carry for Darius Geis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Alert!
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike, watch the run. He's alert. He's checking.
And they give this time to the tailback. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
He's taken down by Reuben Foster. A gain of 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
56. Ricky Smith. 51.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. The open man is Smith. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
56 at the mic. Monday. Hey, echo. 56. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Middle. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Patriots.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Mahomes will check this one down to Michel. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
New England on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, wahoo! Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, go.
Allen going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Throwing is Allen on third. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. 15, 15. 15, 15. Nice 7, let's go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle, and not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
2nd and 9 at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, lucky. Hey, 57 colors. Hey, Sunday.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Sanders onto the field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Don't get nervous. Watch the eye.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Vikings on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On first down, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Undercrunch. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
119. I got you. I got you. Check 43.
On play action, Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get middle. Slam. Check out. Let's go. That's it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Alert! On 3. Motion. Go.
Here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Allen now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Middle. 198. Buzz. I'm coming after you. 198. Watch 98. 5 wide. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Strip the ball.
Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
132 fighter.
On 2nd and a couple. Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 8-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 51. Hey, we heavy on the edges. 51 to Mike. 51.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Mike 50.
Regular.
Let him know. Slam. Tight dog.
Alert. Look out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Patriots 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Come on. You better bring Jim. Watch twist.
Again, it's Michel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now Allen on 3rd down. Completes it to Benjamin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's Mahomes. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes to Michel on the dump-off. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Yellow. On the line.
Skip it.
15. Mark 38. Mark 38. Mark 38.
Watch the pass.
And again, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Come on, D.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And a Patriot 1st down.
Yellow.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Mahomes now to throw. Catch is made by Harry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got a man open. That's Harry. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
15.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Check safety, check safety. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Alert, alert, alert. Watch 98, watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, Alpha. Rep.
To the air, Allen.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Round 80. 5 wide. Hey, let's go. Call him. You remember me? Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't